Namaste, beloveds. I would like to begin like this, Miriam, that I think we all have some experience, maybe not all, but we can understand at least that when we are not feeling healthy in our body, physical body, we are able to sense somehow that something is not okay because it interrupts our normal flow, and also this sense of natural joy, or sense of natural health or well-being in the body is not present. No, it is kind of absent, and then we come to know. Okay, then we take some medicine. No? What medicine does, somehow it removes something. Let's say it kills something or whatever. But what remains after that is the natural body system. No? Natural abilities of the body which are able to bring back that thing called health, well-being, no, and a normal flow. No? So health in itself is not something we can really describe so easily. And also, there are not medicines for improving our health. You know, there are maybe activities to improve our health called physical activity or exercise or something. No, or maybe also sometimes listening to music can be seen as improving our physical health also, maybe, no. So why we are improving our physical health? Why we cannot just let's say mm, take more and better medicines for whenever problem will happen, no? Or why we cannot even take medicine for moving our body even, no? The reason is that the the health is the base energy. Physical health is the base energy of the physical uh, body, no? Which is not so much really in our hands. It is more something existential, no? Isn't it? So through medicines when we are sick, and through a healthy lifestyle when we are not, we try to keep ourselves in that balance where we can get maximum from the existential power at the physical body level. No, and for many being it will be more than sufficient. But then comes now mental health also. No? Meaning when I'm saying mental, I mean mental and emotional together. Mental and emotional health together also. And for that also, there will be some medicine sometime. Could be like necessary something which is like some things have gone too off balance or well-being is not felt. Then and also some supporting activities also. No? But again, what we are doing here, we are again trying to come back to the existential way of mental and emotional state, no? So that we can get maximum from our life, from the source of life or existence, no? In our life, or no? Yeah. So there's the importance of mm, what we can call being in the right state of being, so that we can get maximum from life, no? Let me see here, just a second. Yeah, Madhvi is here. Because Madhvi said something very interesting today in the morning suddenly that if we can sit in a state of being, by just sitting meditation or like this or in any other way, where we are not lazy, where we are not impulsive also. So neither impulsive nor lazy. No? Just appropriately sitting, ready to move, can move, but not moving. No? So not lazy, not sleeping. And then Madhvi said that if we can sit in this state, the grace of life is able to guide us. Like we are able uh, to benefit by the power of grace, which is the wisdom of the source of life, which is the mm, energy also, in a way, presence, not energy, but presence of the source of life also in our, you know, a small house called my body, my life. No? And we can connect to it, and we can be so much more benefited in our spiritual life and also as such in our life. No? And I felt very excited, like, wow, this is so accurate, really. This is what I have been trying to tell everyone, that if we can come into this moment, in this point, not moment, but in this point, in this state of being where we are not sleeping, we are not mm, rigid also, we are not lazy also, and we are not hyper, we are not full of impulses to do this or do that, just appropriately sitting, just here, just sit. This is what is precisely just sitting actually, meditation. No? To come to that state of being where we can connect to the source of life and we can be guided by it, we can be benefited by it so much more. No? I just felt that we can begin like this today. No? When we are in satsang, also, the purpose of satsang is first and foremost, the focus of satsang is this only. That if we can come to this state of being, and the whole of the satsang is somehow helping us in some way. We will notice many of you have reported that the whole of the satsang is helping us in some way to remain in that right state of my being, where I'm not sleeping, where I'm not lazy, where I'm not dreaming, where I'm not rigid, like a stone or something, where I'm not impulsive also, like lost in thinking or anything like this also. Just nicely sitting here, like just present, just nicely present here. And this is that place or point in our being, state in our being, where we get in contact with the existential flow or grace of existence, grace of life. For me, it is the same thing. And somehow things become so much more effortless. Like things started, like we start achieving things in a way in life. We see things are being achieved like a flowering more, not like a hardship. No? But the existential flow or the grace of life does not support the individual person or egoic imaginations or desires. It does not. Rather, the grace of life or the existential flow is trying to actualize the potential which we all have in our soul. No, it is trying to fulfill the destiny of the soul, each soul that we are. No, and we don't know really what is our destiny, and we don't need to know also. By the way, I'm just very lovingly sharing these things in case you can connect to this what I'm sharing. we have heard a lot about, being at the right time at the right place, no? But there is no time where the grace of life is not present, and there is no place also, no? Where the existential flow is not there, no? So it's not going to be the right time and right place then. Then it will be something else, no? That is the right state of being. And here right now, we all are being assisted in a way internally inside ourselves to 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 recognize the right state of being in this moment, and we are somehow being empowered also to remain in that right state of being in this moment. That right state is not really a state of so much clarity about everything that we feel that we need to know. It is not so much also a spatial state of being where we believe that we need to be. It is more very lightweight state of being where we are just able to feel that that I am just existing, no, without anything else, without anything else, you know, just the sense of existing, no, without anything else. And this sense of existence, which is the first knowledge we have about ourselves, who we are truly, no, first uh, beginning of our true knowledge. We are able to value it right now, and we will be benefited to the maximum by the grace of life also. No? And maybe you will feel some struggle also, and that struggle is coming from where? Because there is a sense of goal inside us. There is a sense of understanding inside us that I have to achieve this. Or maybe there is an energetic restlessness also, maybe, no? Which is not letting us relax where we are right now, in this simplicity of being and just being present here, no? In this moment, we really cannot do anything about the restlessness of energies or restlessness of mind, except that we ignore it. Right now, we cannot do anything about it. It is to be done before satsang, no? Like a preparation for satsang, so that we can come in contact with the grace of life, no? So that we can come in contact with the truth of who we are, no? Because this is what is satsang, no? To come in contact with the truth of who we are, and like this, to the source of life, no? Coming in contact with the source of life like this, no? So right now, nothing can be done about it except ignoring it, ignoring the restlessness of energies, ignoring the restlessness of mind or understanding level, no? Not giving value to it. That's what it means. That's all that can be done right now in this simple togetherness and you know sort of a guiding, no? That that energy, restlessness and of energy, or particularly restlessness of mind, can be attended when we will have maybe some discussion. But right now, we are not discussing anything. We are the living our existence. We are living what we can call being. We are living in the being mode, we can say also, no? What is this being mode or fundamental meditation? It's same thing actually. When we are not doing anything, when we are just sitting, when we are not doing anything, then we don't disappear. No? But if we don't do anything right now for a few minutes, we cannot continue existing as ego, as a doer, as a thinker, as an experiencer. That sense will not survive here right now. And as soon as that sense of thinker, sense of doer, sense of experiencer is not here right now, meaning it dilutes up to some degree, the sense of being, sense of existence surfaces immediately here. Like you, who exists, is able to feel naturally that I exist. No? So this is my invitation and call to all of you right now. You can be as refined thinker as you want to be, whenever, but not right now. You can be as a refined experiencer as you want to be, or as a accurate or skillful doer as you want to be later on, but not right now. I know you are the being. You are not typed for life to be a doer only or to a thinker only or a. You can choose not to think, not to do, and not to experience, not to focus on any experiences right now. So it's just a call. If any one of you is able to listen to this call, answer this call by not doing anything, but by not focusing on any subject to think about, not giving value to experiences also. And more living your own existence. Existence is not something somewhere, but existence means you who is not giving value to doing, thinking, or experiencing right now. Live yourself. As we are living our own self, our own existence in this body mind, it doesn't feel uh, special in the sense that we can be. It is not a special experience. It is not like a sensation in the body. It is not like a thought flow or any other flow. It is radically different than everything that we experience, think, or feel in the body. This is who we are, truly, beyond our doings, thinkings, and experiencing. The real who experiences, who lives in this body. So this true self, this self that you are, this sense of existence of our own being in this body. This is that place, this is that state from where we connect to the grace of life, from where from here we connect to the flow of existence. And that is what brings effortlessness, without losing the flow of life, without losing the flowering of life, which is possible, which happens continuously. And here we become more and more a beautiful, joyful being, living in abundance, where we don't feel so much that I desire this or I need this, because we always feel I have more than I need. A thankfulness, a gratitude is felt in life continuously. This sense of our own existence is the most clear point which we can catch, and the most simple also, because it is always present inside us all the time, or it is what we are all the time. We are not a doer. When we this sense of existence, this existence that we are, when we get mixed with the doings too much and forget that I only exist, that time we feel that I am a doer. We are not a thinker really, like a full-time thinker. We do think, not that we are a thinker all the time. But when we get mixed with the thinking too much and we forget our own nature, I am, then we start believing or living, we start living as a thinker. We start living on thoughts. Living as a thinker means we are living on thoughts. Our life depends on thoughts. But all this while, there is only one truth of ourself. I am. Not more, not less. Just myself. I am. I exist here all the time. In everything that I do, everything that I experience, everything that I see. This is that point of contact with the source of life. From here we can find our connection to the source of life. We are able to actually, by living the truth of who we are here, we are able to find our connection with the source of life. A alive connection, which is continuously guiding us from this place of I amness. It is continuously guiding us. So let us enjoy for another few seconds like this in our own existence. Well, as we are relaxing and rejoicing in our own existence. This is that a place of state of being where we are not lazy, where we are not sleeping, where we are not lethargic or rigid, where we are not resisting, where we are not impulsive, where we are not moving also, just being. This is that place of being, where we are able to connect to the supreme understanding of the source, where the grace is received. No, we are benefited by the grace of life or the existential flow. Thank you for joining this guiding. Madhvi, you also mentioned about this place in the morning that it feels like I am and I'm not. I hope you can confirm right now that this is that same place, no? Where I am and I'm not at the same time. This is the place of freedom of the being, where the being that you are can utilize everything, experiencing, thinking, body, and all the energies and opportunity of life. But you are not bound to anything. You are the master here, not the energies, not the thoughts, not the feelings, not the life events. You are the master here. No? You will decide what you will indulge in. No? So, very, very nice. Thank you. This sense of being, this sense of existence, does not have any enemy inside ourselves. None of the energies, none of the thoughts, none of the feelings, none of the states are against it. Not that it is the greatness of this being, that it feels that no, nothing is against me and I am so loving. No, none of the energies have any power against it. That's what I mean. None of the energies inside us have any power against this simple sense of existence. You know, they just no power here. Mind was so powerful, feeling, but this, that, and everything. None of it is here. Like as if you have pulled the main switch of power of everything, and all the power came back to you. As we will exercise like this and discover our truth like this, we will discover our true power also. How we give power to everything that plays inside us, and how we can pull back that power whenever we want. This meditation, just sitting, if we don't add this, what I have added now, you know, that if we don't add that this is a state of being, feel yourself and live yourself. If we don't add this, then this is going to become such a difficult thing to do, because we are trying to not do what we want to do. As a ego, as when we are not living as ourselves, we are living as a slave of energies, no? That is what is living as ego, no? And then we cannot not do really. We don't have this feature of not doing here. And that is the struggle of meditation, just sitting. It's not so much energies really. It's that we don't understand that what I'm supposed to do now when I'm not doing anything. That's why we feel sleep also in fundamental meditation. Because we don't understand what to do now. If I'm not supposed to do anything now, I should be given something. And this is what is something else. Feeling your own existence. Feeling our own existence. Living our own existence. And it is so exciting that even if you did not sleep well last night or whole of the night even, you cannot feel even slightest sleep here. It is so full of light and excitement and joy. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So if anybody want to talk to me also, you can talk. No? Uh, Generally, I think this is my understanding that our struggle in life is that we are not able to control our energies, no? Our thoughts and feelings, no? Which kind of makes sense. They are our feelings and meaning this is something we have, not this is something we are, no? So we should be able to control our thoughts, feelings, and states, no? But we are not able to mostly, no? This sense of existence, this just sitting in our own being, is actually that place of being from where it becomes possible to. This is the beginning of the mastery on energies, no? By just sitting and doing nothing, we are proving, first of all, not to energies, because energies are not things or people. They are not people. Our thoughts are not people. They are just energy. No? There is not somebody who is watching us that, okay, you are able to prove that you are not moving when I am trying to move you. Not like this. When we are just sitting, we are proving to ourselves, not to anybody else, just to ourselves, we are proving that, see, I am not affected. So first we gain confidence like this slowly by just sitting and living our own nature. We gain confidence in the being. No? We break that hypnosis of the identification with the body, mind, energies also. Not that body, mind, energies lose all their power over us immediately. But first time, this is the first time when we say I am. It means that I just am here and not involved in anything, not doing anything. This is the first time we have claimed our mastery. But it's just a beginning. It's not the end yet. No? So I hope you understand that I'm not saying that using energies is a problem. No, not at all. Energies are there to be used by us. All the energies are very individually given to each one of us, specifically, no? In a very unique manner also. It's not about using the energies or not. It's not about using the body, mind or not. It's about using them when we want to use them. And not using them when we don't want to use them. Thinking when we want to think, and not thinking when we don't want to think. Feeling anything when we want to feel, and not feeling when we don't want to feel. So this is the way to achieve, to claim our mastery in life. First, claiming our mastery over our own energies, which are like our own pets, pet in our house, like kittens, like the puppies, which are shouting right now. It's like how, like there was a movie, How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon. This is the way to train your dragon of energies. And this is not going to be a easy journey. Let me be very, 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 frank with all of you. It's not going to be a easy process. That okay, now I have claimed my mastery on myself over my attachment to my energies. Now let me use them. Whenever we will try to use the energies now, our old attachment or our old relationship with the energies will get highlighted again, because it is still there a little bit. In the energies much more, in the being much less that you are. But still, it will get activated again and again. And will feel like, like doing too much sometime or not doing at all sometime, sometime being like lazy and sometime being impulsive. Again, it will feel like this. But slowly you will learn the art of riding the dragon now. Now we will learn the art of riding the dragon. First was training the dragon, like, teaching the dragon how to be obedient servant. Teaching the energies how to be obedient. and now learning how to be, how to ride the energies. No? Whenever anybody learns how to ride a horse, they learn how to get onto the horse. No? But also they learn how to get down from the horse or not. Because if you don't learn, no, you are going to be on the horse all the time. And that is what has happened to us when we are continuously thinking, feeling, continuously living in energies, that we have been riding on this horse and we just don't know how to get down from it now. This simple thing, just sitting, doing nothing, living our own nature, is the way to get down from this horse. Yeah. So anybody talk to me, please? Now is time. Mila, you want to talk?
Yes, namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Just wanted to say that uh, it is very beautiful to see how uh, before, when we were doing this guiding meditation and you were showing us the truest place that we are, it was something, how to say, big, huge, like wow. And I was very scared to lose it, and I wanted to stay there as much as I can. And now it feels something which is, how to say, I become more comfortable to be there. And I feel more that, yes, this is really I am. And I appreciate it as it is, like not as something huge where I celebrate, but something where I'm really comfortable, and which is really that the sense that I know this place is more here. That's kind of things.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. I mean, this is that place or purity of our being, not a place, but you know, this is that pure state of our being where we have lived actually. But the memory of living this purity of our being is not in the mind, you know, not in this mind which we are using right now in this life, in this body, you know. So the mind of this body, you know, the wisdom of connected to this body does not have any reference of it actually. But in the being, we remember that yeah, this I clearly know this, no? Because this is not something separate from us. This is our own pure state of being, no? So we are the same being when we are living in this state of purity, and also we are the same being now when we are doing anything. We are thinking, we are walking, we are working in the office or anything. When we are doing something, physical body, mental activity, emotional movement, involvement, then something happens that we forget this purity, no? And that's the only job left now, to not forget. And then life is complete, no? And for all of you beings like you who want to live a complete life now, no? Who want to live a completeness of your being and living, This is possible by living yourself. And it may feel difficult to live as yourself while living life, but it is worth, no? Even if it will take whole of your life to understand this, it is still worth, no? Because in the ego state, being only imagines or dreams, it is not able to actually achieve anything in life, no? What is achieved through physical body, through energies, through actual thinking, not lost in the thoughts, but more actually thinking, no? About something that we want to do, or actually feeling which we want to feel, actually living what we want to live also. In the ego state, non-essential is like 99.99%. Essential is like almost not there. That's why we don't feel happy, we don't feel contented, joyful in the ego state. No? Because we are able to sense that I'm spending my life, but I'm not getting anything out of it. No? And we are able to sense I can get, but somehow I don't know why I'm not getting. No? So that clarity very easily can happen if we can stay in this purity of our being. We can see our mistake, where we are missing, or what we are missing also. Our wisdom of the being starts waking up more and more here. Our seeing will start becoming purer and purer here. There is a whole forest of artificial flowers which have been created by the ego, by the mind, by false, by the non-essential thinking. And in the middle of it, there is one alive flower, and you are able to see, aha, this one I want, and you are able to focus on this one. You know. So this sense I am is the alive flower in the forest of thoughts and feelings, which our mind has created in the body, mind, you know, everywhere. Focus on the alive, focus on the truth, and life will change from the false to the true. No? Life will start changing because our taste will change. No? Our taste changes also. We have been living with the false, with the artificial flower for a long time now. And we think that this is the maximum happiness possible in life, or joy possible in life, or flowering possible in life also. No? Now come in touch with the real. And our taste will change, our outlook will change, and we will be able to find more and more the real flower also in ourselves and in our life. No? And we will lose interest in the false also immediately, more and more, no? Gradually. No? What is false in life is not really there. It is either the inner dreaming that continues in the form of continuous thinking, or it is projection of that inner dreaming or thinking onto life. There is no false anywhere in life in that way. No? So the beginning of living the truth is living the truth of ourselves first, then truth of energies, truth of thinking, truth of feeling, truth of physical activity, and truth of experiencing of everything also. No? Like life of truth. You know, this is the way towards life of truth, life in truth. No? In the life in of truth or life in truth, we are not really so much given a goal that okay, this is a set goal, awakening or you know, financial success or any success in relation or anything. The grace of life, the flow of existence, the wisdom of source is somehow taking care of it. Mostly, I think probably all of us don't know what is our destiny. But nobody can be happy without fulfilling their destiny. No? And our destiny is every day fulfilled, not like somewhere in few years. Every day has a destiny also. No? That's what I call the potential of the day, no? And also potential of this moment. We can achieve less than that. We cannot achieve more than that. Achieving less than that is being unhappy in life, in that day, in that moment. No? Unhappy means deeply unhappy, not like unhappy, hey, because you did not give me my a coffee of my choice or something. Not like this. That these are all superficial things, but deep happiness or deep unhappiness. No. So I think very good that you can connect to it. It's a simple thing. It's not something like you can. It's not something tangible. It's not something you can experience. It's not something we can identify as equality. But it is something that we can wake up to, because we are it. I am it. No, you are it. No. So sitting in the ease and joy of being. No, for no other reason, because I exist. So I am sitting in myself. I exist does not mean that I have to keep running from morning till night, behind my thoughts or with my thoughts and feelings. No. No, some time in the day when I am not doing anything. And also I am not sleeping. Because in the state of in the body, when we are living in the body, we are either doing something or we are sleeping or resting. No? There is no middle. There is nothing beyond resting and doing. No? This just being is beyond doing and resting, doing and sleeping. No? Just being, not doing, not sleeping. No? This is the time for the being. This is the time for yourself, not for any other reason. Not with the intention that I will become more successful in life. You may or you may not. Depends how things get ignited. No? It may not be guaranteed that by knowing yourself we can become more successful in the life. No guarantee about it. If we want guarantee to be successful in the life, then let us change our skill set. Let us refine our thinking process. Let us refine our energies and physical health and everything. No? You know what I mean? But this can bring that lasting happiness, where we don't mind really how life flows so much. We mind a little bit, but not so much. We mind as much as body mind is affected, which is very less actually. Now we are not affected actually. You know, if somebody, you know, pokes some needle in your hand, you will feel pain. So only that much affected. No? Not that it is going to ruin your day. No, there is nothing which can ruin your day now anymore. Your day is always decided by you. And who we are, this I am, is pure joy. This is pure bliss. When you, the being, is living your nature, you don't feel blissful. We feel peaceful. Such a peace where nothing is happening at all. Being is not happening. You, the being, is not happening. I, the being, is not happening. I, the being, is just is. And this is that miracle we all have to witness to wake up to who we are. To see the contrast between everything that is happening and myself who is not happening. That's the eye opener. No? That what the hell? I'm not happening. I just am. And our dependency on what is happening has already started decreasing now. Like we don't mind so much now what is happening. We mind less and less now. No? Now what is happening will affect us less and less. Now what we are will affect more and more what is happening. And your own bliss now, which feels like peace, is going to affect what is happening in your body mind and in our life. No? Meaning it will start making it joy, giving it a color of the bliss, which is felt like peace, which is felt like joy and happiness. No? Like excitement of living, excitement of doing things. Now we are not going to office to achieve some egoic goals. Now we are going to office sheerly for earning money maybe, or for the joy of doing work. No, like we like you like your work, job, you like your work. So just for the joy of doing, no, not for some egoic fulfillment, no, which we are not able to get, let's say somewhere else. So okay, let's go to office and where people respect me. Ah, nice, sir, come. Can I bring you coffee? In the same way, the whole life is lived for actual regions, for real regions. Life in truth. This is life in truth. No, not a imaginary life. And we imagine in both ways. We imagine in practical life, we imagine in social life, we imagine in spiritual life also. In spiritual life, we imagine much more actually, because there is much less to do here. In the practical life, we always have things to do, which are relatively connected to facts more. Here we are left alone. That okay. So we keep imagining so much more. No, no, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a life of truth and facts, actual life, where we feel pain in the body when something happens to the body. We don't reject that. No, I'm not the body, and I'm not feeling any pain. See, I'm not screaming. Like, why not? What's wrong? Does it make you less of a being? No, it doesn't. It makes you much more of a integrated being actually, much more uh, grounded being. No? It doesn't change my nature, but it doesn't numb my sensitivity. No? Why? And if we are searching for awakening so that it can numb our sensitivity, that I will not feel pain or something, then we are more looking at it like a person. We are troubled for personal regions with life from life, and we are searching for awakening as a painkiller for it. No? Awakening is not a solution for the problems of the person. Awakening is a solution for the problem called person, which creates all the problems in life in which it lives. No? So life of the person or problems of the person or the person identity itself is one thing only. It's not really different things. When the person goes, the problems of the person or the problem creator also goes with that. No? A actual life, life of a being that we are. No? Where there are actuality of things, not imaginations of. We meet the actuality. Okay, let's see. You will be able to see this so much more simply every day, that my body is affected by this. My thoughts might be affected by this. My feelings might be affected by this. Something, life event. But somehow my nature does not change. I am not affected by it. You know, a life of freedom, no? Life of simplicity. This is what is extraordinary and ordinary at the same time. From the other side, maybe it looks very ordinary because you are affected by things very simply as anybody else. But from your side, it's a very extraordinary life. A formless, timeless being, living time. What is time for you? Body, mind, energies is time. No? This is the entry point for time into time. No? Life of truth, a authentic life in truth, not a imaginary life in truth. No? So I think very good talking to you. Thank you. So if any one of you want to be clear about something today, it's a good time. Yeah, Lina, you want to talk?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you to you. It feels so nice, like breathing your sweet words, and um, also thank you to Madhvi. And
Yeah, sometimes
Yes.
he shares something very nice.
Mm.
Uh, Lena, why effortlessness happens in our life more and more as we start waking up, which may look like a bit of a laziness from the other side, or giving up the hyper mode of the ego, little bit. Mainly because we feel so much joyful and so much wise here, and the seeing is so much more clear here that we are able to see the non-essential impulses which are playing inside us, and we don't flow with them anymore. We are able to only flow with what is essential in time, in this moment. No? That's why it may look like bit of not doing anything from the other side. And this is from where, Lena, you can wake up to another level of being, where you can see that the existential flow is taking care of absolutely everything, like 100%, all the time, 24 hours a day. Where absolutely there is no individual doer present or required, and who is flowing the wisdom of a source which is taking care of everything is not something alien to you, like I don't know who is doing this, who is this guy, who is taking care of my body, my life now. No, you feel very intimately, I am it. But now my self definition is I am not doing anything. I just am. By my existence, doings happen, flow happens, things happen. So this is a possibility of refining our self knowledge here without rejecting any flow that comes from us. The non-essential flow starts falling by itself, you know, and life starts becoming much more alive. Our life flow becomes much more alive, really, not dull. That because I'm sitting in myself now, the life that I live has to be like almost like dead. I don't mind. No, the whole life, everything that we do is so much more alive than before because it has life now, actual life, like uninterrupted, uninterrupted life. No, right now it is like we call somebody, hey, Prajot, um, do you do you do you have this? And then we start looking somewhere else. The flow is interrupted. Then Prajot comes. Oh yeah, I have this. Then we feel, okay, okay. Now our mind is connecting, not the being is connecting. No, but here you are one flow from the same source, continuous flow. That's why it's so alive. Everything is so alive, and we are able to bring so much aliveness to life also around us. No, without without any pride or without any arrogance. No? Not that I want to bring life to life. It's just that this is the way I am now. I have no other way. So if you thank me or don't thank me, it's okay. You feel like this. That if you thank me or not doesn't matter. But that's how I'm going to be. One being. This is the end of a story, really. One being. Not that I am doing this or not, doing that or not, doing or not, not doing or doing. None of it. All of it is included in this already. It's very, very nice to talk to you. Thank you. As you can understand now, ego and the self are not two things in themselves, but they are two states of you. They are two of your choices, fundamentally. That whether you want to live as ego or you want to live as being that you are. Which, after that, everything else is included in this, no? Because in the experiencer, the experiences are included actually, no? Or not? It, it is covered that, okay, this will also come as a package, no? But the experiences of the person which are uh, playing inside us as energy patterns because of the memory of the person will feel a bit strange to you, the being. That this is not natural for me. This is not something natural. Because what is natural is somehow undivided. Like there is nobody given so much of a job to monitor the perfectness of things. It just remains perfect by itself while you just enjoy. You're just dancing in life, you're just enjoying, celebrating your life, and life remains somehow perfect by itself. Nobody is monitoring really, no? And whenever that sense of monitoring comes inside you, you will become alert that, what is this? It cannot be original to me. It cannot be my nature. No? Can I also share with you one simple truth which cannot be understood, of course, but maybe can be lived a little bit by all of you, maybe, no? This whole life of yourself, no? This whole life of yourself is not like you and a life. It's just you dancing. This is called thoughts, feelings, motion, movement of energy and everything. There is no separate thought, feeling, energy, body or anything. It's just you. Just one thing. It's just one thing. When you sit back and do nothing, it feels like formlessness, timelessness, emptiness. When you feel like dancing, moving, it feels like life, manifestation, time, change. Time and timelessness are two states of you, the being. And this life in this body is the opportunity to learn this by just sitting some time and doing nothing and living and discovering your timelessness, your changelessness, and then doing something again and living the life, the time, and slowly discovering that these are not two things somewhere. They are my own two states of being. The experiencer of time or experiencer of everything that happens in time is part of my movement. If I don't move, there is no experiencer of time and there is no time. But then there is no timelessness also, because there is no comparison also. No? Then I just am. And I'm not called timeless or time bound. As I said, this truth cannot be understood. But maybe it can be lived, like some of you can touch it right now and something will ignite so clearly in you. This simple thing, I am. This simple thing, I am, is capable of giving us all of this clarity. if we are struggling in our life, in this view where we are, if we are struggling in our life, it is like we are in the ancient wisdom. It is said that you, the soul, is the spider, and you have thrown out, like taken out, web from within yourself and created a web. Then you got stuck in it. Now you are trying to get out of it. You know, struggling in our life is like this. You are the being who created this life, and now you are struggling in this life. You are trying to be free from this life. It's like the web, the spider is trying to be free from its own web. But you created it, no? You know really how you created it. Know your nature. You will immediately start knowing. Gradually you will know nature of everything of the body, mind, all the energies. And you will know how to be free from them if any bondage remains. No? This is the importance of knowing yourself, living your own truth, so that we can know the nature of everything. We have forgotten somehow. We have become a victim of our own web that we have created. No? Web of thoughts, feelings, emotions, life, goals, so many things. No? All of it has become so cluttered in a way. Like where to start, what to do. I would always say start with I'm saying to all of you that start with what I call stability and clarity, single pointedness. That okay, let's figure out first of all what is most basic, what is most important for me right now. No? Because otherwise it looks too much in the moment when we are living in ego. No? And it is so simple in itself if you focus on yourself and not what you experience, what you think, what you feel, what you see. No? Like the light and sound show. No, in some old forts in India, I saw light and sound show. Light and sound show is like this. They put many speakers around you, across the whole place, palace, fort, and all. And then there is somebody who is speaking also. Then sometime light turns on here, then there, and there is a story around about it. Like actually things are happening, and we get so lost in this. Like, like the the horses are passing behind from behind, and all of that, and feel like. And when the show is over, it looks like they were just speakers, light, and somebody who was telling a story. This is what is waking up when you wake up. Like we are able to see the construct, how it is creating the illusion of reality, and that reality which we are afraid of, and also we are troubled with inside us. It loses its reality somehow in relation to who we are. The main switch is I am. Just sit in yourself, do nothing, and live your own nature. What remains? Live what remains. What remains of you. Let us live what remains of us when we are just sitting and doing nothing. This will take back that reality which we have given to what we experience. Then it will become flat somehow. It will again become what it actually is. No? Which is very simple to deal with. It's very simple to deal with. There is no threat or, oh my God, what is this? Very nice, beloved. Thank you. Very nice talking to you. Thank you. Prachiji, you want to talk?
Namaste ji.
Namaste.
This all talk is so much exciting me, and I'm connecting so much. I cannot control to talk. Like I just full on. Thank you so much for this all sharing.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice that you can connect. No? There is one evidence of grace of God showering on all of us, or the wisdom of Source taking care of us. No, there is evidence of it that none of our desires are ever fulfilled. Whenever our desire is fulfilled in life, it is mainly when we have fallen in sync with the existential flow and we have desired what existence desires for us. No, but otherwise, none of our desires are ever fulfilled really, because if they do, the consequences of them will be so bad. No? This is the evidence of the grace of life, of the wisdom of Source that is taking care of us. We are free to shout, think, cry, imagine, dream within us. We are not free to make any changes. And once we wake up to this, we may feel helpless in the beginning because we are full of arrogance that I can do whatever I want. And now we realize, no, I cannot actually do anything. But very soon, we can wake up to the truth of who we are. That there is no myself separate from the existential wisdom. Is it a bad state? It's a supreme state of supreme joy and bliss and gratitude. No? When you say that, hey, existence is taking care of everything in my life now, who are you? It feels hesitation. We feel hesitation that I am existent, because how can I say from this one body, that I am the source of life? Because it makes no sense also, really. But also at least we can clearly say that I am not doing anything now. No, we are able to say like this. No? Meaning we are able to say, actually there is only the existence. I am not. There is only existence. I am not. So this cannot be technically discussed, or we cannot have an argument about it. But somebody who can feel the truth of your words will be able to feel touched by it immediately. Like what if breeze of fresh air? Like wow, what freshness in your words, in your presence. No, neither slow nor fast. Your presence is like neither slow nor fast. No? So very good that you can connect like that. Thank you. We all have one superpower. That is I am. This is superpower. Real superpower. But we are much less interested in this real superpower, because this superpower takes away all the superpowers of ego. That's why we are not interested in this superpower, which is the real owner of life. No, I am. In the light of this I am, all the superpowers of ego are not there anymore. That's why the ego Superman is always afraid of this simple truth. Meaning it does not want to come in the light of this simple truth. No? Mostly people are searching for power in life, actually, honestly. Some are searching for harmony, lasting peace, permanent joy, no? And finally truth. Because with the truth, all of this comes. Harmony, lasting peace, undisturbed peace, joy, wisdom, knowing of life and truth, knowing of who I am. Some people are searching for this. Mostly we are searching for power. No? Satsang is a place for living the truth, not discovering powers. No? Satsang, this which I share, is not a place for discovering powers or unlocking powers also. No? Let's be clear about these things. No? Which is higher, the power or the one who uses it? Tell me, which is higher? A good master with very little power or little tools can do miracles, no? Or a bad master, bad technician, or how to say, mechanic with great powers can bring havoc to life, hell to life, no? Or not? So let us care. In Satsang, this is what we care about. First, being a good master. And also it is discovered that all the power that is needed is always given at the right time by the source of life to me. And there is no me really now. You know, it all just holistic, it all just one. Just felt like sharing. I don't know why, but maybe, yeah, just a moment. So you're good, Prachi?
Very good. Ji.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you. Just a moment. There's one message. Let me just read it, and then. Deva, you wrote, Rajiji, I am 100% interested in this superpower I am. Ah, how nice. That's very, very nice. Because this superpower does not demand to dominate anyone, to show off to anyone that I am powerful. No? Because it already is dominating everyone and everything. Those who have eyes can see. No? It is already the master of everything. That's why it does not have any sense of showing off to anything, to anyone. No? So it's very good. If you are interested in the ultimate truth, not everybody is. Because mostly in the ego state, we are living with broken dreams, no? Where we have either the sense of inferiority, sense of sadness, or that we want to repair or we want to be free from by achieving something in life. No? This is not going to help you achieve your dreams. Knowing this, living this I amness will only help achieve our destiny, not our dreams. We don't know our destiny, no? And that's why mostly we are not working in sync with our destiny. We are mostly working against it. Meaning supporting the thoughts and feelings and life flow, which is against it mostly. No? We are trying at least. So I'm very happy, Devaji, that you are interested in this. Thank you. This I am is that one thing by achieving which everything is achieved, without achieving anything particularly. By knowing which everything is known, without knowing anything particularly. And without knowing which nothing is truly known. No? So it depends what is interesting. No? Yeah, if you want, we can talk now.
What you just said earlier before the talk with Diva, that I have access to the power source. And I feel this makes I have some favorite words in Satsang. And one of my favorite is appropriateness, and the other one is effortlessness.
Effortlessly.
And I think they're going perfectly together. And I just realized some time ago that I still had a misunderstanding of effortlessness. In my Wikipedia, it was more like no effort at all. Meaning like not moving, not breathing, not like nothing. But what I realized is no, it's very this kind of effortlessness can include a lot of moving and a lot of energy and a lot of building houses or whatnot. But, and now the other one comes in with the appropriateness. I feel if these two meet, or actually I think they're kind of the same, then this tapping into the power source happens. That effortless means that meaning no resistance. In a way that effort is usually, I want to build this house faster, bigger, in blue, in yellow, or whatnot, which is not the appropriate thing to do. But if I'm tapping into the appropriateness, the effortlessness comes as an add-on, or is inbuilt in this thing. Yeah, and long story short, and it doesn't mean that I'm not moving and I'm not doing. Like this,
Yes,
I feel this was very, like, it was very funny. Like we have cats, right? And the other day, I saw one of our cats jumping a high wall. And it looked like she's not jumping, she's actually flying. And this whole process of her flying, jumping on this wall, whatnot, was so perfect. Like the amount of muscle power she has, and combined with the air she was flying on, or whatever. It was such a beauty in this strength she has, and she lost calories. I mean, technically, biologically, but it was, for me, it was such a insight of effortlessness in movement. Yes.
Yeah. It's a very beautiful, beautiful thing what you are saying. It's a very fundamental truth. Because whenever we hear the word effortless, we feel that frozen or holding breath or not doing anything. No. It's like right now as you are, whatever time of the day you have spent already, whatever the events have taken and the responses came from you, all of it exactly same, minus the sense in you that I have done it. Minus the sense that I am the doer of it. That's what is effortlessness. Just one thing minus, I am doing it. Just one thing minus, I am doing it. Everything same. But when everything same, it's not really same also. Because when we see at a life event or life flow or life activity from the eyes of I am doing it, it looks very different than it actually is. And also somehow it remains very limited also in the result also. You know, like we are not able to let it flow really as much as it can energetically also. No? That's what is fulfilling our destiny in a way at the level of flow activity or like this. No? So who is troubled in life? Neither the source of life, which has the wisdom, which is moving things actually, everything, nor anything that happens in it. No. But who is troubled? This one who says, I am doing it. This one is troubled. No. When this one is able to sit quietly to check who or what I am, it comes to the simple truth that actually I am. This simple truth I am is such a complete truth in itself and so joyful and absorbing somehow that at first we kind of don't feel like going out of it for some time. No? Like, it doesn't feel like attending anything so much now. And it is able to remove this sense that I am the doer. I am a doer. It is able to remove that sense. Life remains as it is and becomes better, better flow, sync or how to say harmony, more harmonious. Yeah, like we are able to achieve. We notice that in the same day, much more I am able to achieve now, in comparison to when I was living as a doer. And of course, I am effortless. Effortless basically means responsibility without responsibility. Effortless does not mean without movement. So there is no responsibility of the individual doer here. That's what it it can be translated up to some degree. You know. More simply, we can say that it is more like living the truth as it is. What is the truth? Because I am the doer is not a truth. Is not the truth. It is that when this you who can actually say I only am is not living your own truth, you are believing or living in the dream that I am the doer. So encounter the truth of I am the doer right now. Anyone can do it. And we will see that, oh, this thing called I am the doer doesn't make sense here when I'm just looking at it from the place of stability. No. It's something else. The first time our hypnosis is broken here. Otherwise, I'm doing it, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing like we are in sort of a impulsiveness of hypnosis. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm supposed to do this. What can I do? Can I do this? Can I do that? We are continuously using the language of doing. Me being doer. No, we are using that language continuously. Because of that, we are not able to see and live the truth of how actually things are happening.
It's like this funny phrase I like very much when you have a hammer in your hand, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
And that's very limited.
That's very limited, actually. That's very limited, actually. And we are not able to notice somehow the hammer in our hands. We are just troubled by the nails. Why I'm seeing nails everywhere? Like why I'm suffering in life everywhere? We just don't see the hammer. So it's not really about changing life so much. It's more about waking up and seeing that why I'm carrying that hammer. Like we are carrying, let's say, hot dogs, and everywhere we go, and dogs are behind us and chasing us, and we don't notice like why they are attacking me, all the time, and they are maybe hidden inside our bag, the hot dog, or something else. No? You know what I mean? And we feel that something had happened in me. Like I don't know why they are attacking me. And some dog expert, will be able to sniff. Aha, there's a hot dog in your bag. Okay, remove it. And then you are free from that day, from the dogs, the threats, the ravage, the injections, and everything. No? You know what I mean? Oh, dogs are quite friendly people. We will say it like this maybe after that. The highest value is given in spirituality for seeing clearly, not doing so much. The right doings arise from right seeings, or wrong doings stop. When in the light of right seeings, in the light of pure seeing, the wrong doings stop. Meaning we stop doing the wrong things. We are the same being of life, but in the ignorance, in the lack of clarity, we do wrong things. No? And as I was sharing with Leena also, that as we sit more quietly in this state of I amness, where we are not, we don't stop doing things, but but we are more living in the effortlessness of being, we are able to more and more see, our seeing becomes more and more refined, that I really cannot contribute anything to life right now. It is already carrying all the ingredients and everything that is necessary. All I can do is embrace it, flow with it, and give life to it. No? And then we have achieved, very refined state of the effortlessness. And this, what you are saying, I want to connect to the very end of it, where it ends, this effortlessness. There have been reports of beings that, whether it is Ramana Maharshi or other great beings, that the devotees are crying when they are about to leave their body, that, Osho also, that, hey, you are going, you are leaving us. And they say, where I am going, where I will go, I am just here. No, I'll not go anywhere. What goes is just the body, breath and consciousness. I am just here. No, this is the end of this effortlessness. This is the truth of this effortless being that you are. It does not go anywhere. Does not go anywhere ever. Everything goes, it doesn't. Everything comes and goes, it doesn't come and go. Everything happens, it doesn't happen. This I am does not happen. This is not a truth of the moment. It is a truth beyond time. This I am is not a truth of the moment. That it looks like a truth of the moment. Okay, today I could touch the truth of this moment. I am. This is not truth of the moment. This is beyond time. This simple truth I am. And it is present in each one of us, and we are just not giving value to it. No? How wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. This is that truth in front of which our life, activity, body, mind, and all of this becomes a little bit like a dream we are living. No? Like a light, like a 3D, not 3D dream, but all the dreams are, I think, 3D, no? But more realistic dream in a way, like this. Virtual reality, maybe, yeah. So, okay, so, thank you. Hello, Manu, you want to talk?
Namaste, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, thank you very much to break this hypnosis. Thank you.
There are two fundamental ways I found so far through which this hypnosis can be broken. One, you who is hypnotized, sit quietly and do nothing. The hypnosis accumulates, gets power from doings, and that power will be withdrawn more and more. Satsang is something I really cannot describe ever. Satsang is more like grace of life or something, which just happens. We cannot really describe it in some way. It is not done by a person or something, no. It just happens. Or it also does not happen when it doesn't happen. No? So one way is just sitting and doing nothing, focusing on yourself only. Focusing on ourselves, living ourselves is a assurance, like a guarantee that we will not be involved in doing. Otherwise, we will be involved in doing regardless of whether we believe that I am not doing anything or whether we are able to see or not. No? We will continue doing something. So this sense inside us that I have to do something is to this. The job is given to live your own essence, live your own truth. No? And like this, somehow, the hypnosis is how to say the loses power. Hypnosis loses power means the ego is thinning away. Let's say we say also, like this. This is one way. Another way is this you who is hypnotized meet the truth in a active manner. what we call satsang, for example. In the moment, what we call alive inquiry, alive inquiry. So there's a possibility, not that it is guaranteed that every alive inquiry will result in breaking the hypnosis. No. It depends on how much involved or participating, how much we are participating in that moment of alive inquiry in satsang, that the chances will grow accordingly. No? But the hypnosis may not be broken forever also sometime. It's just broken for now, and we have maybe less value for the state where we come after the hypnosis is broken. Then we will go back to the previous state which we have, for which we have more value. No? That looks like more like home than this. No? Unless only when this state of our being beyond the hypnosis looks like home, it will not be our home, no? Or we will not stay here. No? We don't like to stay in somebody's home, no, for a long time. Especially when it is being sold to you in the name of your home. You will say, no, it's not my home. No? So that's kind of where the refinement or the maturity of the being is possible. When the being matures slowly, that what I really want now. I want the truth of who I am, and that home, or some home in which I have been living before that. No? The state of ego, which is the another home in which we live mostly, no? Is always dependent and directly affected and connected in some way to energy movement. No? This home of I am, yourself, is not at all connected to any energy movement, energy or any thought, any feeling, any state of body. It's just radically different, like totally different from everything. So that certain way of being that we experience, that certain state we experience in the state of ego, is of effect of energies. No? Like proportionately we are living those energies as part of who we are right now. You know, like the essence of the energies or the effects of the energies are lived by us as if they are my essence, which they are not. So one very powerful pointing here can be lived by us, that energies inside us have no power on us. They cannot hypnotize us. They have no power. They cannot bind us in any way. They cannot hold on to us at all. They are powerless in their nature. Meaning they are just indifferent in their nature. It is when we, the being, I am, embraces from inside some portions of energies or some deeper states of energies as myself. That is from where the ego state begins. If we let go of the deepest, most subtle, state of energy with which we have got mixed, we are free from energies. Meaning we are free from the power those energies have on us. Have on us, no? That's why this I amness is the real master. But in its purity, not just the thought, not just one time, or not just chanting that I am, I am, I am. It may serve with some purpose, but what I'm talking about is the pure living of I am, even for one moment. In that moment, we are free from any power of energies on us. No. So the hypnosis is from our side, not from the side of energies. We think that our mind is hypnotizing us. No. We are using the mind to hypnotize ourselves. That's why Osho had this program or system of dehypnotizing. No? Because we are hypnotizing ourselves, so we can dehypnotize ourselves. There is nobody else doing it. No? When we see the mind as the enemy, it is part of the hypnosis. From the hypnosis, we are saying that, this enemy. In this state of hypnosis, enemies and friends both are false. We are not yet able to see the true friends and true enemies in a way. No? Or maybe there are no true enemies or friends. Very good that you can connect. I hope you are able to connect to this simple thing.
Even you.
Thank you. I think it's a good time. We can end this meeting now, very soon, unless somebody talks to me immediately. Yeah, Vila, you want to talk?
Yes, it's too early to leave us. Let's continue.
Then talk to me a little bit. No?
Yeah. Uh, I will share morning experience. Every morning I ask myself, what is remain here? And each morning these questions like in emptiness, like in silence. I don't know what is remain. Let's see what is this? What is this? But today it was very strange. This question burned another question that what do you mean actually by what is remain? Like what can be remain? Like this is absolutely fresh. This is absolutely new. Like what do you mean by remain? And this make everything so much clearer.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear this from you. No? Because what remains as a practice is a very good practice. To see what remains unchanged inside us every morning. No? But what you are experiencing is a complete truth. No? Truth is changing and it is changeless at the same time. In the truth, shapes are taking place made of the truth. And the truth which the shapes are made of is not changing. Effectively, shapes are not changing. There is no change happening in a way. Waves are happening in the ocean. Oceans, if you ask the ocean, it says, I'm not changing at all. It's just my usual day, as it has always been. No. What change you see? And you say that, hey, waves are happening. There are no waves. It's just myself moving. No. There are no waves. It's just myself moving. That's what I was sharing with Lena also. That you will be able to see that everything is just being, not being and doings, being and things, being and thoughts, being and feelings. Not just one thing, being. Dancing, being dancing. Every morning wakes up and dances. As long as you want to dance, you will wake up in the morning, or you will remain in the state of presence or I amness. When you feel I don't want to dance anymore, I just want to rest, you will not come in this state. You will remain in your unmanifested state of being. No? We don't have to go back to our unmanifested state of being as such. But we have to go back in life because we are stuck somehow in some false state of being. Only because of this. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing what you said. This morning has never happened. And anything that happens in this morning has never happened. None of it has ever happened. It is 100% brand new day. Vila, now you saw it. It took some time. No? And I think it is okay. It took some time for you to see this. Because we need to live this truth. Not that we just have to feel it in our head that, okay, it's a brand new day and we hypnotize ourselves now. Oh, wow, very beautiful day. And whereas we also know inside, like, no, this is the same rascal, this is the same rotten, office work or something, It cannot be solved like this. But the way you experienced, this is the way. Like directly encountering the truth as it is, regardless of whether it remains or comes and goes, whether it is still or moving. No, just encountering the truth as it is. And then we feel that the truth is aliveness, truth is flow, and truth is stillness also. You know, like everything that can be experienced by me, whether it is stillness or movement, both are truth. And you? Actually, I am also truth. Like, how can I know all of it if I am not truth, no? But I don't know where I am located really, no? Meaning, primarily, I find myself to be in the body. It doesn't look really true now. Before it used to look like that this is the only truth I know. But now it doesn't look like 100% true now. It's like half true, half false in a way. Like there's a possibility of a improvement here. There is a life is like a garden actually, you know. Life flow is like a opportunity for flowering of all the seeds, but not all the seeds are flowering. Why? Because things are mixed. Non-essential is mixed. Non-essential has to be removed on daily basis. No, what is not serving the purpose in life has to be dropped somehow. You know? And then life will gets ignited somehow. You know, life gets ignited. The romance, the love story begins here. Love story of you and you. You being the sense of an individual, not person, but individual soul. And a source of life from where you have come out as a branch. No? This is the love story. We are able to live. There is just you, nobody else. At both the ends. But it looks like from here to there and there to here. Very, very happy. Thank you. Thank you. Truth cannot be captured, you know, what we call through the mind or in any other way. Truth cannot be captured, it can be lived. And what we call sense of knowledge is what we have captured so far, what truth we have captured so far to the best of our knowledge and to the best of our abilities. No? And we are using that captured truth as a glasses to look at the truth. And it's never going to work. Only when we put aside that sense of knowledge, that truth which we have known so far, and directly encounter the truth as it is. No? Like if any one of us feels, I am the ego, from what knowledge we are declaring it? Is it not mind only, the wisdom only, no? Wisdom of the soul. Or if we feel, I have kind of come to the state of being now, state of presence now, and I have deeper to go, from where we are declaring it. Again, from the same wisdom. No? So it is just the wisdom refining or the mind dissolving. The mind, the ego mind dissolving. That's all happening. Nothing else happening. Truth was always truth. It will always remain exact truth. Better you figure out who are you. For a simple reason, not for some self-inquiry or enlightenment. No. You better figure out who I am here in this whole thing, which is so sweet and beautiful and yet not possible to be understood by the mind. No? But it can only be lived. No? Very good that you can see this now. No? Whenever we live truth, it is so simple. And everything also so simple. Like as a whole, everything is simple. Like one perfection. Whenever we don't live truth. We are back to mass where I am, life is, wisdom is, understandings are. I have to understand this, and there is a life flow, there is a growth, so many. Like this is what is time, Mila. Time is not something bad in itself. Time is like a river of change happening. But when we get caught up into it in the sense that we are given a responsibility within time, that's where we get caught up into time. If we don't take the responsibility of a doer within the time change, we remain as the being which is beyond time or unaffected by time in a way. No? Like this. No? So the sense of doer is the key. That's from where the sense of being I am is the journey we can take. No? And this state of perfect truth is not so far really. All of us, especially those who are consciously practicing, or trying to discover, they every now and then experience it. They just not know it as truth. No? Because we are looking at it from knowledge of mind. We just don't see that this is the perfect, complete, open truth, like one truth. But we don't find ourselves in it. Like so where I am in it, I'm not here in it. And then we go back. No. This is kind of something strange. Like, I would like to be in it, no? And I here is like a small cup which is trying to achieve or fill the ocean of truth of this moment, which is never going to happen. That's why we always end up in filling our cup and going home with a small amount of energy or experience. No? Slowly, even this much is good enough. Slowly the cup will become wise and will let go of its form, and as the formless, now will know and live the ocean, and will live as the ocean also at some point. Or at least we will be able to say that I am not, only truth is. No. I think very good that you can live this truth right now also. Very, very good. What we are talking will be recorded, of course. Recorded not only in the tape, in the computer, but also in the minds. But what we are living cannot be recorded. It only can be lived right now. No? Very, 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 very nice. Thank you. Thank you. This is the beautiful part of discovering the truth like this. If I ask you, have you achieved anything? You cannot pinpoint what particularly. If I ask you, have you lost anything? You cannot pinpoint what particularly you have lost. And yet you are so happy, I see. You are so radiating like, yeah, it's so nice. What exactly you achieved? You achieved completeness. Purna. Complete. No? Just one thing, completeness. No? That's Miriam, what you were you're talking about, this effortlessness and this appropriateness. This is exact same thing actually. And there are energies inside us, and there is understanding in the wisdom also, and there is a sense of lack also inside us, which is all false. False means non-essential now. And that is going to work like a resistance now for living this truth now. I felt so nice and I'm feeling so nice, but then I'm not able to live. I'm not able to stay in truth and all. No. Who is saying this? It's just the non-essential energy, non-essential wisdom, meaning that energy and wisdom which has no role to play now. And that non-essential sense of lack, which has no role to play now, combined together is having a voice now. And we are believing that voice. Who we are is believing that voice. And we are giving our power to it that I'm not able to stay here. No, you are very much there right now. When you are saying that I'm not able to stay in truth, you are in truth right this very moment. Just don't speak any word. Don't give voice to these thoughts which are happening in you, and you have never lost your home. No. Do you see what I'm saying? What happens? That's why it's kind of important to really take a systematic and a stable approach towards these things. We cannot achieve everything in one moment. Is some real, fundamental work is required. If we are prepared, some beings are prepared already. Already they have shredded all their non-essential energies and misunderstandings and sense of lack. They are ready. No? Then there is nothing in the way. I have one funny question, Mila, but it's very important. It is going to work like a mirror, very, very clean, clear mirror. What to do now after discovering the truth? Like what to do with it now? Where to go from here? Like any words can appeal to you. If you are able to get connected to any of these things, then respond. What to do now?
To leave it.
Why? Just checking. Not that I'm doubting the truth that you have lived or living. I have no doubt about it. But just offering this conversation so that if something is there in you can be removed also, meaning can come out also, no? Like this. So why to live the truth?
Because it's nice, and what else you can do?
Simple seekers. Yeah. This, what else you can do? We cannot do anything else. But when our mind is full of non-essential understandings, then we have many things to do apart from living the truth. We always have options. What are options in life, by the way? The choices. What are choices in life, Mila? Are they really there to be contemplated at this or this, left or right?
Now, this example with the river which you gave us, it's showing very well how everything is working.
Yeah. A choice is a imagination or projection of the sense of separate self, which is the imagination of the self that we are. No? I hope you are able to see the tree, the diagram. No? And we can try to solve the problems at the level of sense of choice and may not see that the root of them is the sense of separate self, and may not see that the root of the separate self is not living the truth. Not living the truth is the root of separate self. No? Live the truth and everything is covered already in it. Whether it is sense of separate self, whether it is sense of choices and the confusion created by it and this and that, all of that is covered by just one thing, living the truth. All that whole of the dream, regardless of how big it is covered in waking up. Whole of the dream, regardless of how complex it may appear and how difficult are the situations and how, solid is the imprisonment in which we are. All of that is covered in waking up. Living the truth is waking up. And the dream will still haunt us when we are waking up. From there we will feel like, what to do now? What to do now? Every now and then we will have the confusion that what to do now? What to do about this? What to do about that? This is where the stability will come in play. Single pointedness and the maturity of the soul will come in play. That, that there is nothing to be done about them, and everything is to be done about living the truth, meaning waking up. Because those things don't exist really. You know? They don't exist the way we experience them. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Thank you. Mela, why I asked you also this question that from where to go now from here and what to do about it, is that somehow we feel that as if we have come somewhere when we have come to truth, as if we have come to some place. Whenever we have come to some place, we are going to go from here somewhere. No? That is the problem. Only when we have come to this, not a place, not a state, you know, not a achievement, not a change, but something else. No? That something else is what you are calling appropriateness or effortlessness or what you are calling truth. Mila, no? As it is. No? We have not come. We have not achieved. And that's why we will not go and we will not lose. As long as we have achieved it, as long as we have come here, we will go, we will lose it. Because we are trying to achieve awakening from the sleep. The language of achievement applies as long as we are sleeping. So from the sleep, we are trying to keep hold on to the awakening. What a paradox and what an impossible thing we are trying to achieve. No? Impossible. I hope you, all of you noted. It is impossible to hold on to awakening from the sleep. It is it is impossible to hold on to truth from the ego state. Impossible. But it is possible to let go of the ego state. No, it is very possible to let go of the ego state. And for that, the whole spiritual effort is satsang and meditation, dhyan, no? Fundamental meditation. To learn how to let go of my false state. Not how to hold on to my true state. No. Nobody can hold on to the true state. Because in the true state, there is nobody who is holding. There is nobody. There is just being open. Yeah, like this. She's saying like this. Yeah, it's just like openness. One truth, one being of life, one life. No? Very, very good. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much that we were together, and thank you, my dearest mirror.
It's very good actually. We don't like those mirrors which show truth. No? We mostly try to break them. No? So you are so fortunate that you like the mirror which shows you the truth. Thank you. Thank you. Very good then. We'll end now. No? Thank you, Mila, for helping me in continuing here for some time. I felt very, very nice to be with all of you, beloved. I hope it has served some purpose in your life, spiritual life, and it will help you in some way. Thank you for joining.